Inspector General, National Police Service, my good friend, Mr. Hilary Matiang'i, the Deputy Inspectors General, the representative of the DCI, the chairman and members of the National Police Service Commission, regional information commanders, my colleagues from the ministry who are here, led by our Chief Administrative Secretary, and all of you, my brothers and sisters in the National Police Service, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
It gives me great pleasure to be here because on 13th of September 2018, His Excellency the President launched this comprehensive phase of our reform program. I'm grateful that we have made tremendous progress and we remain on course on the plans that we drew, on the things that we decided that we are going to do. The movement of the 24,000 officers today from the from the NPS to the AP, and the movement of the AS2 unit are critical milestones in this trajectory of reform. And it's very important in the sense that there are certain areas of our policing work that are going to be strengthened now and that we are going to adopt a new phase of supporting. So I want first of all to start by thanking Mr. Kinuthia. You are no longer new, so I will not congratulate you because I've done that several times before. And I've worked with you as commissioners. I am grateful actually that you have transitioned very smoothly, and as a commission you have settled down very well, and I'm so happy about the team that we have, competent men and women who have very expansive knowledge and experience in public service. So thank you, Mr. Kinuthia, and your team for what you are doing, because we actually could have very easily lost the momentum during the transition between the previous and the current National Police Service Commission. But fortunately, because we got a good commission, the chairperson has been working with the police for a while. We are grateful that the transition has been seamless, smooth, and we have carried on with the reform program as outlined. Equally, I want to congratulate the IG because the transition could also have lost us some time and momentum. But fortunately, the IG came in with a positive attitude, settled down very quickly, and I mean, Kenyans feel the change, and you can see clearly that we have not lost any time, we have not lost momentum. The transition has been smooth, and now we are on course towards accelerating on the reform path that we were instructed to do by His Excellency the President. So I thank you very much. And as always, I pledge our support as ministry to you personally and to your office and all our colleagues in the National Police Service to ensure that we carry on with the reform program that we have. Thank you very much, IG. Now, I'll make 3 points and we will be done with this phase of our function. Number one, my brothers and sisters in the National Police Service, as His Excellency the President points out to us all the time, we must now move completely from a police force to a police service. And this change and this reform that we are carrying out should not just be about merely changing our uniform and changing our integration and our formation and the way in which we are organized. It must also be change that the people of Kenya can experience, the change that the people of Kenya can feel in the manner in which we deliver services to our people. I do not want to lie or even pretend. There are times, you know, my brothers and sisters, members of the public give us feedback all the time. There are things that concern our people. Sometimes we cannot assume that our people are wrong. Sometimes when they raise certain issues, we should be able to attend to these issues. That's why, quite frankly, I am very happy about the leadership of the police service we now have. The IG and the DIGs and DCI We meet very regularly, almost every other day. And I can see clearly how so many issues are being sorted out. And we are on the way towards a total transformation of the police service. First, which is the vision and the demand we have to fulfill of His Excellency, our President. And secondly, because that is what the people of Kenya require of us. So, as we move forward, I want to ask you, those of you who are joining the new formations, especially the new framework of deploying us2 and other units, especially in the borders. We want to approach this differently and be a little more focused in terms of solving some of our country's historical problems. For instance, the first change we are going to witness is our deployment and focus on the north rift of our country and the perennial problem of card rustling. We're going to increase the numbers, we are going to deploy more, and we have agreed with Gabo, the DIG in charge of AP, that we are on course to stamp out this madness about card rustling in this country once and for all. And that is why we are keen, on disarming KPRs and NPRs. In a civilized society, guns should be in the hands of trained police officers, not civilians trying to protect themselves. It is our responsibility to provide security and to ensure the safety of the people of Kenya. So, going forward with these changes we are implementing, we will deploy more resources in areas where we have some of these perennial problems, like, as I've said, the issue of card rustling in the North Rift. And when we go there, when we deploy, we have agreed that we are not going to operate a city's business as usual. We have lived with this menace for a long time, and it is not right to pretend that card rustling is a cultural activity. It is a crime, period. And no one should lie to us that, you know, those people are moving livestock around so that they can marry or they can do whatever. No, they are engaged in crime, and some of them are actually supported by well-resourced middle-class people. So regardless of anyone's position, tumekubaliana sote IG that we are going to adopt a very ruthless approach to this thing so that we sort it out once and for all. We can't be independent for 55 plus years and we are still talking about things that are fairly primitive, like, you know, stealing animals from each other and so on. Yet we know this is something that is being supported by people who are engaged in criminal cartels in that part of the country. So we will increase our resources and we will ensure that we beef up and continue to do the work that our colleagues, especially the Commandant GSU and the others, have been doing to deal with this problem of card rustling. Secondly, we have to stay on course on some of the critical reforms that we have agreed to carry out. I am satisfied with the work that has been done by the police on mopping up illegal firearms. And IG, I want to tell you publicly, I am happy about the arrests you have been making since yesterday. People, regardless of their status in this society, if you are not licensed to hold a firearm, you should not hold one. We provided an opportunity for vetting to happen. I cannot understand why you think maybe you are so important you cannot go for vetting so that we verify your license. So IG, proceed, get the whole lot of them, whether they are leaders. Let us treat everyone equally in this case. And then we continue to insist, if you are holding a firearm you know you should not hold, surrender it to the police station nearest to you, or alternatively, my brothers and sisters in the police service are here. When we meet you, we will serve you as an armed and dangerous criminal. That's how we will serve you, because we are serving you. We will serve you. We will provide a service to you, and we will provide a service to you as an armed and dangerous criminal as we go forward. Lastly, I'm grateful to the leadership of the police for the support that you've continued to offer. Our intention is to make about their businesses so that Kenyans can go about their economic activities. Our responsibility is to ensure that we protect our people and ensure that they carry on with their activities. Those activities that are illegal, including gambling, in some cases, and people who do not have licenses. We have discussed this matter with the IG, and we have agreed any of these people operating, especially the regional commanders and the county commanders, and one of these people operating in a jurisdiction should show you alliances from the board. They do not have alliances, they're actually engaged in crime, and you know how to serve people who are engaged in crime. Serve them as criminals are supposed to be served. Get a hold of them and let them meet with the law so that we create an orderly environment, as it were. Lastly, I want to assure you, all of you, my colleagues, that we remain very committed. There's a feature that I'm very happy about. We introduced everyone here, but we did not introduce a very critical component of our work, the non-state actors, civil society organizations that we work. Mr. Kema is around. Yes, Kema is there, representing the non-state actors who work with us. These are fellow Kenyans. They are not foreigners. They are fellow Kenyans who are interested in police reform. And they have been working with us consistently. And truth be told, these men and women have contributed a lot to the police reform program in this country. I want to say here publicly, we will continue to work with you, Mr. Kema, and the non-state actors group. The National Policing Reform Consultative Forum that we've put together, which brings together our colleagues from CSO, human rights organizations, and the others, will continue. As we have been instructed by our president, we will proceed on an inclusive basis where everyone is at the table. We talk to one another. If there are issues, we resolve them together so that we ensure that we support our police officers and we support our police service effectively. So we will continue to work together, Mr. Kema and the rest of your colleagues, and our consultative forum will continue. It's usually chaired by the Secretary of Internal Security. The IG and I will host the mid-year one so that we receive comments from you and observations. And wherever we go in the country, we have our own meetings, but we also listen to our colleagues from civil society organizations, as I said, human rights organizations, so that we can build this country together as we move forward. And I think this is the way we are going to advance in the police reforms that we are carrying out. So mine finally is to wish you well. My brothers and sisters, I echo the words of the Inspector General. Your movement from one service into another service does not mean that you have left the police force. We are in the same police service. We are in the same community and in the same group, and we expect the same level of commitment, same standards of discipline, and same focus on the safety and security of our people. From us, I would like to assure you publicly, the chairman and members of the National Police Service Commission, IG and the DIGs who are here, I want to assure you that we at the Ministry of Interior will support you fully in all the decisions that you make. We will continue to invest more resources in police reform. We will continue to support the work that you are doing, because this is what will move our country to the next level. I wish you all the best as you move on to new duties and new responsibilities, new training opportunities as you work together with our colleagues here who are introduced earlier, the commandants, and hope that by the grace of God, we will interact as we go along to continue doing the great thing that we must do, which is serving our country. May God bless you.